All right, today's video is a short one, but it's a good one. It's going to be a practical, common sense approach to local business. And when you hear the strategy, it's just kind of one of those epiphanies that you'll wonder why people don't do this more often. Here's a local business website. So this is an RV repair, truck repair. If you think about websites and marketing, there's a lot of theories and strategies about what you should do, but just use common sense here and think about it. The only thing you need to do is connect with the person who visits this website, especially if they show some kind of interest. What typically happens though, is I'm going to go on here and just point this out. So someone will come to the website and they'll go to a contact form, they'll fill out the form, and that goes to email. And then maybe that email is responded to that night, if they're lucky, maybe the next day. But more often than not, nobody even responds to those emails. They're buried back in your email inbox as a business owner. People don't hear from them. So what this is trying to get SMS conversations or text message conversations going with you and the prospect. So if you look at this homepage, really like there's all this, let's just call it fluff, because that's kind of what websites are. They're just like an online brochure, like a magazine. None of this stuff matters. The only thing that matters is that a connection is made and that now you're talking to them as if you're a friend. Now, I built this website, so I stand behind this, but let me show you how this accomplishes that. So if you look through this page here on the hero section, everything up here on top is super important because it needs to get them to engage with you. You can't just throw anything up here because most people won't even scroll actually. So what you need to do is you need to have social proof, and there's a lot of little tricks to make sure this is high converting, but here's the point. They need to be able to quickly go through here, put in their information, and then put in their details. And this right here is not your typical form that gets lost in someone's email inbox. This actually goes straight to your cell phone. If you use Stoke Leads, we set this up for you. So it goes straight to your cell phone. So now you're texting with the prospect who showed up to your website. See, most businesses don't necessarily have a lead problem, although some do. A big part of it is, what are you doing with the leads that are coming in? A lot of people say, yeah, I just have crap leads. Maybe. More often than not, it's that you don't start the conversation within 1 minute. Yes, 1 minute from the lead reaching out. The only way we know how to do this is having a direct, straight to your cell phone, immediate notification as soon as someone reaches out. If you respond within 1 minute, you're 391% more likely to convert them. So this is huge. Also up here, we set up the app so that if they call this number, it immediately goes to your cell phone. So this means that whether they're on a desktop or mobile, they always have the phone number straight up here, super easy, clickable. Also on a cell phone, same thing. They can easily click the number there. So they're not having to dial it, it's click to call. Another thing is down here, we have this chat widget where this, again, goes straight to the cell phone. So what you have here is a system where no matter where the prospect comes from, they're immediately going to the app. If they want to schedule an appointment, it goes to your cell phone. So that's the pattern. We're just eliminating all the fluff and we're going straight to the cell phone. Now, another thing I want to talk about is how do you actually get people to this website? So I'm not going to talk to you about trying to rank the website, because the reality is your goal should not be to rank the website. Your goal is to try to get into the top 3 of Google's local map pack. If you can do that, you get anywhere, studies show anywhere from 40 to 80% of the search traffic comes from the map pack. What this means is, in order to get someone to your website, you don't have to worry about endless blog posts or trying to rank in Google, which can be very competitive. You're just trying to rank in the map pack because that's where it really matters. Now, see, if you're a national business, this is different. So you do want to rank at the top of Google for those. And you're not going to fight if you do end up ranking in the top of Google for your local business. That's not a bad thing. In fact, once you're ranked in Google Map Pack, there's no harm in also ranking organically as well. But for the vast majority, it is adequate to just focus on the map pack and just try to get into the top 3 there. And then after that, focus on organic. So a couple other things I want to point out, how you can actually rank in the map pack. So right here, we have all the services listed in the website here. And then also we want to have the areas served down here. So you're going to have this, and you want to have 20 to 30 pages at least. And what we do is 3 to 5 categories. You want your primary Google business profile category. You want your primary, the one that's most relevant, but it allows you to have up to 10. We just recommend 3 to 5. So pick the 3 to 5 most relevant, and you can use the extension called Keywords Everywhere, Google, GMB Everywhere, sorry. So that's they have a free version and a paid version, but if you need help with that, I have a paid version and I can run the report for you, no problem. But the idea is you get 3 to 5 categories, and then from those categories, you want to pick 20 to 30 relevant services. So that's this is a great example. Like this is exactly what this is here. So what you want to do is establish topical relevance. Google needs to believe that you are the expert, like in this example of RV repair, trailer repair, truck repair. In order to convince Google's algorithm and Google's crawlers that you actually know what you're talking about, you need to have all your services listed. And you also should have the areas listed, and then you should also have some reviews. So Google's looking at relevance. How relevant is the information on your website for the topic before they start pushing you up in the map pack? They also are looking for proximity. How close are you to the searcher? And then there's also, let's see, so you got proximity, you got relevance, and then authority, I think is the third one. Don't quote me on that, but the most important pieces there are getting your services in place and your categories, and then the proximity. I know what it is. So trust is the other one. So we also recommend that you get some citations. So like some links coming to your website. So, local chamber of commerce is good. Any kind of like EDU websites, if you can have sponsoring youth programs or getting anyone with a school website pointing to your website, that's gold. So this is hugely important, is to get these things down. So basically the sum of this video, to try to wrap it up, is how do you get people to your website? Just rank in the Google Map Pack. Forget about organic rankings. And then secondly is, what do you do once they get there? Make sure that your whole system revolves around just getting them in an SMS conversation. I don't know the exact stats offhand, but I remember studying it at some point. And I think the response rate of text message marketing is in the high 90s, whereas with email, as you probably know, it's, I can't remember, but it's very low. Even someone who's really good at email marketing still can't hit numbers like SMS. So there you have it. Super simple video, but I hope it wasn't too much rambling. I think that what I'm trying to do is give you what I believe is like so simple, but so important. There's no bigger lever that you have to make local business simple. All right, that's it. Take care.